Hey everybody, it's Wednesday morning. Just headed to work. I'm running late because wife and I had to kill a chicken this morning. We had the one that's got that, she's old and she's got that weird thing where they lay eggs and the eggs never come out. So she was pretty much suffering, so we put her out of her misery this morning. And then I had to go take some stuff up to my wife's office. Now I'm headed to work, so I'm gonna be a little bit late. So hopefully you liked yesterday's vlog and the way it was edited. I used the new GoPro software and it actually works pretty good. There's only a couple of things I didn't like about it that it was missing, and so I emailed them to see if it's stuff they can add in, and if so, it'll make the software pretty much comparable to what my Sony software does. So there's only a couple of things. So I still had to, for gameplay and stuff, I still have to use the Sony software because I use Fraps to record the gameplay. It's a little program that I got, and it saves everything in an AVI format instead of an MP4, so it's no big deal though. Okay, I'm driving home from work. I don't know what's going on up here. I don't think I've ever stopped in this area as long as I've been driving this road. But I don't hear any sirens this time, so no telling. So work went okay. I actually got to help out on something that I don't work on myself. It's a totally different project that I don't work on, but I got to use some of my old expertise on some code and help to get them resolved and running. So I felt pretty good about that today. Today just kind of one of those days that it's like it's Wednesday and still got 2 more days till the weekend, and it's today is September 11th, so, and I can remember that day pretty clearly. I had worked late the night before, so told my boss I wasn't coming in until 9, and I lived in Dallas and I worked at this company in Addison, Texas, and I was actually in the car when the first plane hit, and then I got to work and we basically took turns watching it unfold. So we still had customers to support, and our calls decreased the more that the morning went on, and basically we went to the point of not having any calls at all. And I remember for a couple of weeks our calls were pretty sparse. I don't remember a whole lot of calls. We used to get quite a few back then. And so one of the big things I remember is that we worked right across the street from an airport. It's called Addison Airport, and it's one of the busier municipal airports, and it's big enough they can land and take off 737s there, so it's a pretty good sized airport. And the entrance to the building was right across from this guy that sold planes. So the noise, you always heard the noise, always. I mean, that airport was never not busy. I mean, it was always busy. And this guy, if he was selling planes, he had them going. He had to turn the engine on to show people that it worked. And I can remember that I went to lunch with 3 other guys, and we went to this restaurant, and the restaurant, everybody was really quiet. Everybody was just eating their lunch and watching the news, and nobody was really saying anything. I mean, we were talking amongst ourselves, but it wasn't like a normal restaurant situation where it's really loud. And I remember saying, God, it's going to be so quiet if they shut the airports down. If they keep them shut down, then it's going to feel so strange coming to work every day with no airplane noise. that's exactly what happened. And it was like deathly quiet over there. It was the weirdest feeling to go from constantly hearing these planes to hearing nothing. So I can remember that day, and I remember going home that night, and like I drank a 6-pack of beer. I was like, I was so stressed out over the whole thing and everything that was going on. And I felt bad for everybody involved and the people that lost their lives. And it was one of those moments where you look back on it now, and I can totally remember thinking, this isn't real. There's no way that this is actually happening. It didn't seem real at the time. It seems very real now, but it didn't then. So that's what I reflect upon today is the sympathy that I had for those people, and how bad I felt that what had happened to them, and that I felt like there was nothing I could do. I was completely helpless, and I wanted to help as much as I could. And I feel so bad for the firefighters and Port Authority and police officers that lost their life because they were just doing their job. So that's what I think about now when I think about today, is that it's something that we'll never get over, because we need to be able to remember those people. I mean, you don't have to remember the bad parts if you don't want to. You can remember the people rescuing and helping people in the streets and getting them to hospitals and things like that. But it's something I won't ever forget, the events of those days, that day. I mean, it's impossible to forget. It's ingrained in my mind. So that's all I got to say about that. So I'm headed home, and I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna try to get some gameplay again done tonight, so I have something for tomorrow. If you haven't checked out my game channel, check it out. Even if you don't like Minecraft, I'll be putting some other games up there soon. But last night's was pretty fun because I was really sucking at the mini game I was playing, and then I ended up doing pretty good a couple of times in a row. So make sure you check that out. It's Frank Sucks at Games, which most of the time I do. So tired. So I hope everybody had a decent Wednesday. I'm not gonna say you had a good Wednesday based on what today is, but maybe you did. Maybe something really good happened to you today, and I'm happy that it did. My day was all right. I felt good about myself because I got to help out on a different project, but the events always stick in my mind on this day. So that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you like my videos, and make sure you subscribe so that you know when I have new videos out. It'll show you there on the left under your subscriptions. And I will see everyone tomorrow.